Welcome back to another Dies Irae review. Today is episode 8. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
Together we're Couch Talk. Now before we get into this, as always, we are anime viewers only. There's plenty of others that come here, so no spoilers down below. And we're going to go ahead and discuss the episode and give our review at the end. You ready to jump into this?
Let's do it.
Alright, so beginning of the episode is just hey, we gotta open up some swastikas, 6 left. There's 2 open, only they are capable of getting Reinhardt's golden blessing, which I'm guessing that has to go back to when Sakura, or Sakura, well, I can't remember, K, just call it K, was like, hey, we can get our wishes granted, or something like that. So I'm guessing that has to do, the golden blessing is them getting their wishes granted. So,
Sure.
they're like, all right, we got to open up the rest of them, but not at the same time because we don't want to massacre. We need to prolong it
I don't
for
know.
some reason.
I don't know why it can't be opened at the same time, but whatever.
They just don't want it to be boring. All right, they want to give Ren a chance.
Sure.
It also might have to do with later in the post-credit scene, possibly too. Why Father Trifa wants them to delay it.
Who knows? I don't. They don't really explain, but
he does say he doesn't think Reinhardt will be willing to wait. So I do think it has to do more with his like sub plan of why he wants it delayed.
that could be true.
And we see Samuel, or Eleanor, I think it's her other name from what I saw in the thread, is going to be sent by Reinhardt to progress things along.
Go fuck shit up. Go mess people up.
So that's essentially just an intro. They're just like, hey, let's tell things. Now, I'm pretty much just gonna skip ahead here because this is just a lot of weird, like,
There's a lot of
a lot
down.
of weird shots and
Okay, there's a lot
fan
of
service.
downtime here, and the fan service just felt really. Okay, I want to talk about.
Because I'm talking about when she was changing clothes and stuff. So obviously,
Right.
Kasumi gets kidnapped. Well, not kidnapped. She kinda not by Shiro and Hanjo.
I mean, tasering someone's not necessary. I'm sure she would have went with her if she said, "Hey, I know where Shiro is." But the fan service in this episode was kind of annoying.
It was kind of just.
See, there's a
Like,
difference
that's what I
when
saw everyone talk about. Everyone's like, even like VN people and anime viewer people are just like, hey, this is just these shots were really weird,
yeah, like
unnecessary.
there's a difference between shows that deal with fan service and then just like forcing in fan service, because this just felt like forced in, like the changing of the clothes, the weird shots upskirt. Just it's like, why? You're trying to give us exposition and you're throwing in these weird awkward like shots. It's just like it's not even necessary. Just like it didn't have really any before this at all. And then it just like throws it in this episode. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, so basically the whole point is just I think Shiro's just trying to help get Kasumi out of it and out of the way to like protect her. Obviously he's friends with her. And we get the conversation between Hanjo and Ren. Again, it's just kind of conversation points. The whole thing comes down, it's like, hey, where's all the locations of the
Yeah. That's essentially the whole combo, is where's all the
locations of
swastikas.
swastikas, which she kind of lies about a few of the locations.
She
I think she did. At least that's what people were saying as well. I'm trying to go back to see if she for sure did lie about a couple locations, because I don't think they mentioned the nightclub was a location.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, because later on there was a nightclub, and she never mentioned
And
that.
she does say, I lied to Ren.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting. I don't know why, but
yeah, it's kind of weird, like,
because
Shiro
obviously
is trying to take them down as well, which doesn't make sense because he can't die. He can't kill them. He just shoots a gun every time it doesn't work. But
Right, and I don't understand why'd she lie. Even if she mentioned the nightclub, I doubt Rin would have went there first, and it's not like he can be at all swastika places at the same
yeah,
time.
which she said, like, I think she even mentions that, how he can't be there, or how he can't even fight them all at once or something like
Yeah,
that.
so I don't see a reason to lie. Whatever.
But yeah, so Ren goes to the school, and we see everyone's like hypnotized, being forced to go to these swastika locations. Kind of makes it
Hey.
easier to get all your sacrifices.
That's just students. That's a Monday. That's how we all look.
Nobody actually wants to go to school. And then it's just a whole bunch of, to be honest, a lot of this, like, I know they're just trying to like develop characters or something. It just feels like kind of filler dead space here.
It does just feel like empty scenes, really, because it just tells us something we already know. Like we already know the Rin, Shiro, and
Kasumi and Ria,
like
are
they
friends.
were. We already knew that. I guess it's trying to build more on Marie, giving her like a more relatable side, or I guess human side, since she's technically a spirit thing or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah,
it didn't feel meaningful, I guess, to me at least.
Yeah, so yeah, after that space we actually get to more of the interesting stuff where it's, well, Rusalka grinding some men in the nightclub.
More awkward fan service.
Yes. And she clearly didn't need to kiss that guy to kill him, because everyone else just started exploding just by looking at her. So yeah, she just kills everyone in the nightclub because obviously she's trying to open up the swastika there. Once you get past all the awkwardness of the dance scene. But so obviously the swastika starts opening because Ren senses it, knows where, hey, it's not happening here at the school. And well, she's doing like a chant, but of course they put it in German. I wish the chants would be in English, so I at least know what she's chanting.
Yeah,
like I get that they're supposed to be in German because somebody said like, oh, they give you the German and the English subtitles in the VN. So I don't know why they couldn't have done that here.
Right, because like she's obviously speaking it in Japanese.
True, she is.
So the Japanese audience can understand what she's saying, but the English audience is just like, good luck reading this German. It's like
they should just gave us both. Like,
I know, like
I think they're trying to differentiate. Hey, this is a chant. I can tell it's a chant. She's got the chant words going around her. Like, why not just give us both, or just give us the English so I know what she's chanting? Because everybody talks about how the chants and how they like the chants and stuff. And it's like, why? You don't know what the fuck they're saying.
I don't know. They make weird, like, director choices, I guess, because like with the subtitle, like remember early on with like the subtitle issues and then the naming issues, and now not giving us any subtitle, well, giving us subtitles in a different language.
Yeah, I even heard some of those subtitles were like wrong too. They translated the Japanese one wrong into the German, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But obviously Rusalka, she says, you know, she's greedy. She wants to open up more than one swastika. So I guess they have the ability to take away other people's golden blessings. You think that might cause some internal issues here for their organization, the LDOs? They're going to have some issues here.
I feel like they've always have issues.
True.
They're just a bunch of crazy-ass people put together.
Yeah, and then they have like the shortest fight scene between her and Shiro. Like,
I was just
we know
about to
Shiro's
say
not
that.
dead. It's deja vu. We know he can't really die because he's being toyed with. Like, even though he doesn't have these powers, he's still like at their tier leveled basically.
And I guess
ability.
Hanjo is the same way, because they were clearly not. They looked like it was amusing to them that they were about to get.
Like, you're boring. She's what Hanjo says. Like,
whatever. Like deja vu, whatever. Just when shit don't make sense, just put deja vu, and there you got it.
But yeah, it was just so short. Like, all right, did the swastika fully open? Is it kind of like half open? They don't really go into. I'm pretty sure it is fully open.
Why would he? Why would Shiro go there if he knows he
Well,
can't?
it was his club, so.
But
But
like,
I
if
don't
he
know
knows he can't
why.
do anything, why even fucking show up in the first place?
Because it is every time he fights one, he just shoots at them, and the bullets bounce off.
Exactly. Get a new weapon. You like your gun sucks. Well, I guess this time he threw a grenade, so that was interesting.
True.
But still,
Then we get the scene between Father Trifa and Bay. So it comes down to, well, they're talking very secretively here. Trifa, he said he had something to do in the area, and he saw Bay was going to be in the area, so he wanted to make sure Bay didn't mess it up. But in the end, he could still do it even with Bay being there. So that point is kind of mute. I don't know why you're saying all this to basically end up saying it was pointless.
I don't know.
But I think
Well,
why it
we
wouldn't
did
be
get
pointless
some.
is to build the story between, like, maybe Bay's going to get involved now with, because he
Yeah,
says, hey, you and Spine were doing something secret.
that's what I was gonna say. We did have some assumptions back during that episode that they were maybe plotting something that was maybe against the LDO. What is it? The round table.
Just say LDO. I think it's
LDO.
what's LDO.
So Trifa clearly has like his own goal that he's secretly
Yes.
working towards.
Because he's like, looks like you tried to shut up Spine. And Father Shriva kind of looks down. He's got like that smile on him.
Maybe he's working to bring back Reinhardt, but also working to maybe bring back Kraft.
Maybe. Or we also get this whole thing, like, post-credit scene.
Which I hate.
Uh,
Not
yeah,
not just this. Not I'm not speaking this scene. I mean, I hate post credit scenes in general because I'm always like,
yes, post-credit scenes are the worst thing in anime, in my opinion. Um, usually credits mean you're done and I'm out.
there's only one good one.
Like, you didn't even know until you read the subreddit or whatever,
I
right?
didn't. Like if I didn't even read that,
Because I was gonna mention, I'm pretty sure in the review, and you were just like, "What?"
I would have. I would be like,
I was
what
like-
post credit scene?
Because of all the post-credit scenes I've seen in anime, I always skip towards the end just to see if there is one. Most of the times there's not, but when there is, I'm like, well, good thing I fucking skipped to the end, but I shouldn't ever have to do that. But we are. So basically we get something else introduced here. The Sonin kind,
Yeah, the Sonnenkind or
the
something.
Sonin kind bloodline.
Yes.
They apparently are from the, World War II or World War One or whatever it was they fought in World War II, I think. And he opened up the swastika in Berlin. So, obviously it's not an irrelevant character.
Right.
He has importance,
It seems like
but we are just now being introduced to him in a post-credit scene.
right. It feels like they're throwing a curveball at the weirdest time. Like there is no mention of any of this until, like you said, a post-credit scene. And it's like,
Yeah,
what?
so it was Isaac, and he was absorbed by Lord Hydric. I guess became the core of Valhalla, but my assumption there is Hydric or Reinhardt is the core of Valhalla. He just has to absorb someone else that was like on the path of doing the same thing, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't fully know too much like who Isaac is, what he's done, but we know his mother was Riza, who is part of the LDO. So, and we saw her in episode 0, and I think she's still, the Riza at the church, but. So we got Isaac and Johan, or Johan, I think it's Johan, but and a twin brother that was kind of everyone thought was dead, but Father Trifa saying Johan survived. I feel like he's Johan.
The little blonde kid that they showed does look like a younger Trifa.
Yeah, but I feel like that one was Isaac
True.
because they showed him first, and they said the twin, and then Johan came on. So, and Isaac was absorbed by Reinhardt. So I don't know. Maybe something's in here. Maybe Father Sheep is not related to one of them, but he kind of says it like he says all the pieces are lined up for me, which makes it seem like, and the way he was talking made it seem like he could be Johan.
Right. Also, is he gonna use Kasumi again? Because like his eye glue or like was
glows,
glowing,
and then we see her.
so maybe he's gonna take her over. Kind of like,
I don't know, because she was supposed to be hidden because Anjo tasered her again, and Shiro was like, put her away. So there's, again, a lot more questions coming out of this episode.
that seems to be the theme of this anime.
Like, I think that's like, it's supposed to be like one of those mystery things that you kind of keep building on, and then, but I just don't feel like they're doing it quite well. Maybe it's the pacing issues, maybe they're cutting out too much from the VN, or
Right.
That's basically what I've seen in like forums. People say like they seem to be cutting out stuff, and maybe stuff that would be helpful. Instead, they're filling us with these weird ass fan service shots instead of actually, or they're giving us these dead spaces of them just sitting at the school like nothing's happening. It's not actually progressing anything. It's not even really developing the characters. It's just a lot of dead space that came out.
But
maybe. I mean, like, what? That was episode 8. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still a decent amount of episodes left for 6 Swastika, so I guess we'll find out. Or 5 that are left now.
I feel like they're just gonna open one per episode.
Probably.
Which would get repetitive, in my opinion.
Maybe. Well, we do have Eleanor coming down from Reinhardt, so
maybe she'll mix it up.
She might progress it super fast. So
yeah.
we might get like 3 Swastikas in an episode or something.
But that's the episode.
That is the episode. You want to go ahead and jump into scores?
Sure.
I'll go first. I'm giving this episode a 4. Nothing. Like I said, there's a lot of dead space in this episode. A lot of filler. A lot of weird fan service lewd shots that weren't necessary. They didn't add or build anything. The fight scene with Chiro and Rosolko is just kind of quick and done. We got it. Deja vu. He's out. I feel like they could at least done that a little better. Maybe it had to go on a little longer or something. The whole scene between Ren and Hanjo almost came out not really being needed. He got the 3 places he knew confirmed already, and 3 with one of them being fake because Hanjo lied to him because the nightclub was not in the list. The hospital might be real. I don't know. Maybe a couple of those ones on the 3, or was the hospital one of his 3 confirmed ones? It was the school, church. No, school, church, and park were his 3 confirmed.
No, he said the hospital. He's like, after you mentioned that about the hospital.
Yeah, so that'd be the 4th one. So I'm guessing maybe she told him 2 out of 3.
Who actually knows?
So yeah, exactly. Like, the beginning intro was kind of dragged out. Like, it was just telling us what we already know. The only thing they threw in there as like a curveball was whole Reinhardt sending someone down to speed things up. But they could have easily done that with just him instead of going into this kind of drawn out intro that tells us what we already knew. And fuck post-credit scenes.
I think I'll go with a 4.5. I feel the pacing was not that well this episode. There was a lot of downtime, and at the end of the day, nothing really happened. If you could sum it up, it would be they opened 1 swastika.
Possibly.
Maybe. We don't even know, because that was even vague. They like to do everything in this vague fog of like, did it happen? Did it not happen? When we say something, what does it mean? All the like, I feel like it's trying to be too, not necessarily mysterious, but like too cryptic, I guess. It just feels, every time I watch, I'm lost, or I have more questions, or there's things that are unanswered that I feel we need the answer for. And I did not like those fan service shots at all. They were just so unnecessary. Like, it's like someone was like, dude, Hanjo's hot. I hope we get to see some dank ass fan service. And then the anime's like, here you go. For no reason. But it was just, I don't know. I don't like post credit scenes either. I didn't like the fan service. I felt the pacing was kind of slow. I felt there were scenes that weren't necessary. And I felt the scenes that should be necessary lasted all but a minute and a half.
Yeah, that is true. So, yeah, I think that does it for our review. So
That does it. And talking about, you want to talk about pacing? I'll give you some pacing. It's spiel time pacing. This is, let's go.
All right, be sure as always to like, subscribe, and share the video. All that really helps. Hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time we upload. And as always, comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode, what you didn't like, what you did like, what you agree with us. Maybe we missed something about the episode you want to mention. Do not confirm, deny theories. I don't think we really had any of this episode. So just let us know everything. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.